During the shooting of this film, we learned that 3 days ago, in a small town in Ohio, a SWAT team raided a 25-year-old mother with 6 children. They used flash grenades and machine guns, shooting and killing the 25-year-old mother, shooting the 1-year-old baby in her arms. The 1-year-old baby had to have a finger amputated, and they're not sure what's going to happen to the arm. Does America need another drug case that bad that they have to shoot and kill a 25-year-old mother and a 1-year-old baby? And what's even crazier is there is a non-violent way to conduct search warrants. Many cops have heard about the West Texas sheriff that used to conduct raids in a non-violent manner. You remember how if he had a search warrant for a person's home, he simply did surveillance on the house until the residents drove away, and he pulled them over on a traffic stop, arrested them, got the keys to the house, interviewed the suspect, ultimately resulting in placing a key in a door and opening the house and calling the other people forward to arrest them? Without any shots being fired, without any flash grenades, without any of that stuff. Listen, I know what the police are doing. You're breaking into these homes in this manner, not because you have to, but because you have this huge adrenaline rush and you think it's cool. It's not cool terrorizing our American families. So please, until we get this drug war repealed, change your way of breaking into our homes so we don't have to go to the funerals of 25-year-old mothers and we don't handicap a 1-year-old baby the rest of his life.
Barry and I have 4 wonderful kids who are straight-A students and popular wherever they go. The reason for this is because we teach our kids the truth about everything, including drugs.
Candy's exactly right. Parents, stop trusting government programs such as DARE to teach your kids the truth about drugs. They're not teaching the truth, they're teaching lies. Did you know in 5,000 years of recorded use, not one person has ever overdosed on marijuana? You know, it's sad our kids have to share books in our public school systems and struggle to get money to go to college, yet we spend $17 million a day housing our nonviolent drug offenders. We built 21 prisons in the state of California last year and only 1 university. Parents, something is backwards. I want you to think about something. When was the last time you heard of a kid dying from an illegal drug in your neighborhood? It's very, very rare. It's not the drugs that are killing our kids, it's prohibition. Do you realize we have 1.5 million children without one or both parents because of the drug war? That's right, their parents are setting out a nonviolent drug crime. Now, what causes more harm, the drug or the kids not being with their parents? And finally, we must be honest about our parenting skills. We've all made mistakes. There is absolutely no evidence that says when a kid uses drugs, it causes them to go burglarize or commit another crime. The truth is, selfishness and dishonor and disrespect are causing those things. It's easy for parents and teachers and doctors to blame our children's bad behavior on the drugs. The truth is, it's bad parenting. We already have laws in place in this country to protect me and you and our kids. If a person commits a crime of violence, there's a law in place to put them in jail for that. We live in America, parents. And if people want to use drugs till their teeth fall out of their head and develop this horrible quality of life because they wouldn't stop, they have the right to be miserable. Now, if they get up out of that drug-induced state and go and commit a crime, put them in jail for that crime, but not the drug.
He's right, parents. Teach your kids the truth about drugs.
Love, peace, and never get busted.
There's a former cop put up a website that tells drug dealers and drug smugglers how to get away with their crimes, correct?
Right. He's a former cop who is against the war on drugs, thinks it's a bad idea.
But, I mean, it's just vile. I mean, these people are just vile. It gets worse and worse.
And sometimes body wires come in the form of a book. This one's 30% off, by the way. Okay, you're seeing candy at the marijuana plants we showed you all ago, and here I am. That's 10 yards. That's what it takes to get a first down in football.
He's right. So parents, teach your kids the truth about drugs. Love, peace,
and never get busted. I think we should do love, peace, and never get busted all together.
He's right. So parents, teach your kids the truth about drugs.
Love, peace.
And no, it's okay for me to look at you.
I know, but you're going love, peace. Do it like this. Love, peace, and never get busted. Try it.
Love, peace.
No.
What?
Love. Follow me.
Oh, okay.
Love, peace, and never get busted.
He's right. Parents, teach your kids the truth about drugs.
Love
and peace.
We'll go love. Just go. Let's practice.
A one-time Texas drug agent is now showing drug dealers and users how to conceal their stash to avoid getting busted.
That's Barry Cooper, a one-time Texas drug agent described by his former boss as one of the best narcotics officers in the country. I think a lot of folks are sort of shaking their heads. Why? Why go from being a great narcotics officer to doing this?
Maturity, logic, reason, and compassion would tell any logical, reasonable, and compassionate adult that it is unreasonable for 10 men to break into a house with semi-automatic weapons and raid gear and drag mommy and daddy to jail, orphaning the kids. It is against the law. It was made against the law in 1937 when Harry Anslinger testified before the Senate that marijuana needed to be made illegal because of its effects on the degenerate races. And I'll quote him when he said before the Senate that marijuana causes white women to seek relations with Negroes, and marijuana has been illegal ever since, and the debate is over. It's much safer than alcohol, and the harm we're causing on American citizens by placing them in prison and jail where they can be murdered, stabbed, or raped for such a harmless plant is a greater harm we're causing than if we would have just allowed them to smoke the pot.
Hero's already riled up about this next guest. You have to imagine a cop who advises dopers how to hide their stash. That's exactly what former narcotics police officer Barry Cooper is doing. He's produced a DVD called Never Get Busted Again. And former Officer Cooper joins me now from Dallas. So, first of all, is it selling? Let me just ask you the commercial question, Barry.
Oh, yes, sir. We've sold over 10,000 copies worldwide in the last 6 months with over 18 million hits on our website, nevergetbusted.com.
And why, and this is obviously this is the $64 question here, why does a cop advising criminals how to beat the law? Are you a renegade?
Oh, absolutely not.
A traitor to your old profession?
No. I'm an American citizen, and I used logic, reason, and the real facts about the safety of marijuana, and then I mixed compassion in with that, and I realized that 10 of my comrades crashing into a house at 3 in the morning after we threw flash grenades in the window to take mommy and daddy to jail for marijuana is much more harmful side effects than the marijuana itself.
Okay, I can dig that. But what if it's crack cocaine? What if it's heroin? What if it's crystal meth? It's the same hiding technique, isn't it?
Okay, yeah, but listen, prohibition never changes the demand. It only changes the supplier. We took alcohol out of the hands of Coors and put it into the hands of Al Capone. There's a lot of people that would much rather be going to Marlboro to get their marijuana and even other drugs. But we've taken it out of the hands of them.
Okay, got the argument. Sorry. DVD, never get busted again, Judge?
Barry, let me ask you a question. How long were you a cop?
I was a cop for 8 years.
Okay, and you had, as I understand it, 500 arrests during the course of those 8 years? 500 drug arrests?
Yes.
800.
I bought kilos of cocaine undercover.
Okay.
I ran over 100 search warrants.
All right. My understanding, the way I figure it, is 300 felony arrests, 500 misdemeanor arrests. You had 5 a month misdemeanors, 3 a month felonies. Do you think that that's a significant experience that gives you the experience and the ability to make a commentary on the whole legal system that cops wouldn't die if we legalized drugs? I mean,
Absolutely.
5 cases a month, and you think that you're going to change the system?
Absolutely, it gives me that because I'm an American citizen and I am experienced more than other narcotics officers.
And what
I've
makes
worked
you
in joint operations?
Well, look, $500,000 in assets in 8 years is nothing. There are cops in New York City who do that every week.
You know what? And as an American citizen, aren't you aware that you can change the laws? Why don't you just try changing the laws as opposed to actually trying to help the sellers of drugs? Tell me that.
We've tried for 30 years to end the war on drugs, and the politicians are not.
Well, you know what, sir? You know what? Just because
it's going to take true activism,
and this is activism. This is activism. You trying to help drug dealers is activism.
Defense attorney, give me a defense attorney. Mark Aragos. Mark Aragos, help us out.
If you're going to interrupt, I'm going to interrupt.
Okay, let me have Mark weigh in.
Let me just weigh in for a second.
Go ahead.
The guy's not doing anything that I can see that's illegal. He wants to make a statement. I'll tell you, this war on drugs is a complete failure. The criminal justice system is completely overloaded because of this idiotic policy that we have. And he's absolutely correct.
Mark,
that you're never going to get anywhere. You're never going to get anywhere.
Are you
with this
saying that we should
effort.
legalize cocaine, crack, heroin?
Absolutely.
What about the drug cartels? What about the organized criminal enterprises that have greater gun power than the police departments? Are you kidding, Mark?
Mr. Smith.
You want to hold on for a second, Janine?
No.
Janine,
why am I not doing it?
Problem by helping the seller.
Tax it, and then build bridges.
If you think this is good, Marilyn Monroe is reincarnated after this.
What's up? I'm Bo Deakins.
Hi, I'm Roy Hill.
We hope you guys enjoyed the soundtrack we provided for the DVD. And remember, if you follow Barry's guidelines specifically, you will never, ever
Get busted.
And you'll never get raided. Peace out.
Most talk radio sucks. What if you found a show that wanted to end the war on drugs? Would you listen? Join us for the #1 pro-liberty talk show, Free Talk Live. Listen live or via podcast for free at freetalklive.com.